We're going to try to find the average rate of change of the function 4.9t squared as t goes from 2 to 2 plus h. And it's the same steps. We're going to take those given x values, or I guess in this case they're t values. We're going to plug them into the function to find the corresponding y values, and then we're going to find the slope. It's still a slope problem. Finding the value of the function of 2, I hope, is not stressful for you. You're going to take that 2, square it, multiply it by 4.9. Please use a calculator to do that, and you end up with 19.6. For the 2 plus h, we are having to go back to some other Algebra 2 advanced level skills. If I take 2 plus h and plug it in, I'll get 4.9 times the quantity 2 plus h squared. Please do not make the mistake of saying 2 plus h squared is 4 plus h squared. If we see something like 2 plus h squared, the meaning of that is to take 2 plus h and multiply it by itself, which means we have to FOIL all this stuff out. And I'm not going to show you all the steps, but if you were to do that correctly and combine your like terms, you should end up with 4.9 times 2 times 2 is 4. You have a 2h and another 2h, so you have a 4h, and then h times h would be h squared. And I'm going to pause and do some calculations with my calculator to distribute this out. So in a second, my face will be just in a totally different place. That'll be neat. So after getting out the old calculator and taking 4.9 times 4 and 4.9 times 4 and 4.9 times this, we get the expression 19.6 plus 19.6h plus 4.9h squared. This is our y value. This expression will be our y value when the x value is t plus h. So now we're just going to do what we've always done. This y value minus this y value over this x value minus this x value. And that's going to look like 19.6 plus 19.6h plus 4.9h squared. That's this y value minus this y value. And that'll all be over this t value, t plus h, minus this t value of 2. So yes, the algebra is gross. Yes, we're doing some weird like composition function stuff that you maybe haven't done for a while, but it's all algebra you can do. And we're going to simplify this expression. And lo and behold, look at this. This 19.6 and this 19.6, not only are they like terms, but they cancel each other out. Same thing with this 2 and this 2. That's going to leave us with a 19.6h plus a 4.9h squared, all divided by h. And now because every single term, this term, this term, and this term all have an h, I'll divide everybody by h, leaving me with 19.6 plus 4.9h. So this would be the average rate of change of this function as t goes from 2 to 2 plus h. And then the follow-up question in the notes is what happens as h goes to 0? And you can see that if h goes to 0, this expression would go to 19.6. Now, if you're really astute, you're going to look at all those values we got for like t going from 2 to 2.1, from 2 to 2.01, 2 to 2.001. Those numbers got closer and closer. Those averages of change got closer and closer to 19.6. And that's because the change in them was getting closer and closer to 0. I hope the algebra was not too overwhelming. Take your time. Do it right. Think about all those wonderful things that Ms. Kamai taught you, or Mr. Butterfield. And just be careful. Watch your minus signs. Good luck. Have a good day.